So I just saw this article a couple weeks back, and it just got me thinking about, upcoming opportunities for the years to come. Um, we're in a really crazy spot. I think we're still in the very beginning of this change of power structure, where it seems like people will have to have more power over their lives um, to control their destiny. And I think that's what the internet is allowing us to do, and also can potentially take away from at the same time. If that makes sense. But the one business thing I want to talk about today was that I saw an article that iHeart may be purchased by Apple. That a deal um, is potentially on the horizon for Apple to buy iHeartMedia, which also contains iHeartRadio. So, just my quick thoughts on that. It just shows that uh, platforms are in control and will continue to be in control for the foreseeable future. Um, People are able to upload directly to platforms like Apple and Spotify and things like that, and them taking over really a large radio provider, and giving it a push as well and growing it will only lead to more takeover. So, as these smart cars progress and these operating systems between your phone and your car become more synchronized, um, you're going to see these things like podcasts being more popular than radio shows. So as we in the culture right now, a lot of people watch The Breakfast Club. I see that crowd moving more towards the Joe Budden podcast, and I think that will continue. Um, and this is just another effect of that, because these podcasts are more independent than these radio stations. You know what you're getting when you turn the radio. You know what it's going to sound like. It's going to have a certain tone. It's going to have a certain uh, you know vibe to it, and that's just different than what a podcast brings. Podcasts tell stories. They really get deep, and I think that Apple buying iHeart is just going to further push that to uh, more people. If you do listen to radio now or continue to in the foreseeable future, you're going to have access to iHeart. You're going to have podcasts right along next to that radio. And they're going to compete. And eventually, I think the podcast will win. Just because the opportunity for people to put out what they want. People can put out a message that uh, resonates with their community and without hindrance by someone who wants to control that message or change it or alter it. So as iHeart buys, as Apple buys iHeart, it's reinforcing my ideas that this new media is really just beginning, and that these platforms will become the mega giants, Apple, Spotify, Tidal, hopefully, other things like that will become the staples, and the smaller consumers and creators will have the opportunity to work with them directly through podcasts, through video, through music, and it will also start to incorporate other things like physical products that artists sell. So anything digital will initially be there, and then they'll also make it very easy to get the physical products from the same location. It's only a matter of time. So yeah, Apple to buy uh, iHeart, and the progression of podcasts, the progression of the open economy, the free economy where we all can create and put out there and have our potential to profit, prosper, all of that. So yeah, check it out. It's an article on Mashable. We'll keep track of this, and I'll see you on the next side.